Are you ready to go, Your Excellency?
Yes. Let's go. Is that the patrol we're looking for?
Yes. That's them. More victims of these savages. But 2 of the soldiers are missing. Maybe they managed to escape. They'll surely need help. We should look for them.
Help me! I'm in trouble! Please help me!
This man needs to be cared for. But in his condition, we can't take him back to the outpost.
Allow me. There. That should be better.
Thank you, madam. Without your help, I would probably have died here.
Tell us what happened.
We came across a group of rebel savages. It was a massacre. A few seconds later, only Franz and I were left. We fled. I managed to drag myself here, but he was not so lucky. The savages caught up with him.
Was he captured? Did you see where they took him?
They headed north to Frazonegan, but in the state I was in, I didn't see much else.
Your Excellency, please. We should get him out of there. They're bound to torture and kill him.
We'll take care of it, Corporal. The rebels must have left traces when dragging the prisoner. But not you. You must help your wounded man to reach the outpost. Come on. There's our group of rebels. The soldier they captured looks dead.
Let's go, Renaigze. Stand up. Quayes.
My name is Desade. I'm the legate of the congregation. I'm here because I want to talk to your chief.
I know who you are. The Renaigze on Olmanawi. What do you want to say to Armal?
I want to talk to him about the abductions and to understand what's going on.
You would be the first Renaigze to care. How do we know you're not just saying that to find out where our camp is?
I am not part of the Alliance. My only goal is to avoid deaths on both sides. Help me. I am your only chance to free your prisoners without bloodshed.
You seem to really believe what you say. I hope I'm not mistaken. Very well. Tell me when you are ready to follow me to our camp. Are you ready to follow me, Renaigze?
Let's go. Let's stay on guard.
The rebels are not after us. I doubt they'll have set a trap.
It's this way. I'm letting my comrades know we're here, so that they let us pass. Follow me. We are almost there. It's this way. This is our main camp. This is where you will find Armal. I hope I am not wrong to lead you here, and that you are not a traitor.
So, here's the famous rebel camp. I hope their leader can tell us more about these abductions.
Who are you and what are you doing here, Renaigze?
My name is Desade. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. I came to talk to you about the abductions and your forthcoming attack.
And how did you find our camp?
I convinced one of your men to bring me.
Well, I'll tell you what we know, then you'll understand why we have to fight lions. Many seasons ago, Sinolmanawi started to disappear. Lions attacked the villages and took them with them. We never saw them again. They were either crazy or so injured that even our best Donegad couldn't do anything. So we counterattacked and captured some of their soldiers. And we learned that they were taking our people to a place they call a laboratory. It is there that they torture and kill them. They talked about experiments.
Experiments? So that was the reason for all these abductions. But what do they hope to discover?
Alert! The lions are attacking!
Traitor! It was you who led them to us!
No, I swear. They asked me to investigate. It was never a question of attacking you.
Then prove it! Fight with us!
Your men have killed too many settlers. Sorry, but I'm with the Alliance.
You are like all the other Anoixe. A traitor and a liar.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Things are about to get dicey. Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Come on, let's see if you can ward off this feint. Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Lady de Sade, what...
Enough with the formalities, Excellency. You owe me an explanation. Did you order your troops to attack while I was negotiating under a white flag?
I assure you that I have no idea what you are talking about. I would never have placed your life in harm's way. The alliance with the congregation is crucial, and you know it. Your suspicions are unfounded. I'm sorry. It is now clear that decisions are being made without my consent. I'm going.
You mock me, Excellency. I can't believe this matter slipped your vigilance. Everything the Donea Exregao have told me has proven true. Your men attacked and carried off natives. I witnessed it. According to what I've been told, they are taken to a place where experiments are carried out, where they are tortured.
It is true that I knew of the existence of this laboratory. The place is dedicated to research on the Malachor. If a remedy is ever to be discovered, it will happen there. But I assure you that I was not aware that natives were being taken there.
Allow me to doubt your sincerity, Excellency. I intend to pay the place a visit and see for myself what happens there. Who directs the research?
Our most brilliant savant, the Dr. Asili. Certainly his legend precedes him. He is the master of your friend, the Professor Afra. Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lady.
Halt! No one enters!
You speak to the legate of the merchant congregation, soldier. I have been sent by Governor Buren. I have to talk to Dr. Asili.
I don't take orders from the governor, nor the congregation. Be on your way.
I wonder who gives him his orders. Better to avoid a useless confrontation.
Sorry, soldier, but I'm coming in whether you like it or not.
To arms!
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Watch out! Grenade!
take a potion if you want.
How awful. They've been reduced to burning the bodies.
How many have they killed? Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate! Poison on my blade. Then let's go!
I don't have the key.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
Locked.
You are on Olmenawi. Are you going to free us?
Yes, that's why I'm here. And to find out what's going on.
What's going on? We are locked up. They make us drink horrible things. We're starving. They hit us. They take our blood. They cut us up. They tell us we will die to save the Renaigse from a horrible disease. but I pray that the wicked birds catch it and die. Please get us out of here.
I will do my best. Don't worry.
I can't believe that a silly could have fallen so low. I'm so ashamed. I feel nauseous.
Let's hold this good doctor to account. It's blocked.
You're not one of them. Please, get us out of here.
Noughts? What are you doing locked up here?
These scientists captured and abused us. They performed experiments, made us drink potions, took our blood. I heard them say that they wanted to find out how we are immune to the Malachor. None of it makes any sense. Please, get us out of here.
I'll find a way to open this cage.
I can't believe the Alliance would dare do this to us. I hope the Admiral will make them pay.
Thank you. Thank you. We owe you our lives.
Just a little more patience. I still have to release the other prisoners. Now that they are free, we must help the prisoners escape this place.
If they leave through the city, Hikmet guards will arrest them.
So we have to find another way to get them out.
Bit of poison on my blade.
If you're dead.
These poor people lost their lives only a few hours ago. They could not survive this mutilation.
If only we'd known sooner.
Who are you? You have no right to be here.
I have come to free your prisoners, and put an end to all the horrors that take place here.
I knew this would happen eventually. This all went too far. Dr. Asili, he lost his mind a long time ago. But what are you going to do with us?
Arrest you. Then I expect you will be sentenced.
No, please! We only followed the doctor's orders. We tried to stop him, but he is the director of the lab.
You could have reported it to the governor, or left this place.
He threatened to destroy our lives. We could not... Please, don't lock us up.
What will you do once you're free?
We will try to redeem ourselves and resume our work at the governor's laboratory. That's where we worked before joining Dr. Asili's team.
If your conscience allows you to resume your activities as if nothing has happened, you may go.
I'm eternally grateful, Your Excellency.
I have no idea if I made the right choice. Sorry about that mic issue, by the way. So we've got all the prisoners free. We're just trying to find this doctor.
This note carefully describes the sequence of the experiments. There are even sketches. It's hard not to feel sick. This is proof of all the horrors committed here.
He took it way too far. Nothing in here.
Asili has locked himself in his office.
Afra? What a surprise to see you here. You finally came to your senses.
Master, it's not...
Who is this person?
I am the legate of the merchant congregation, and I'm here to put an end to your crimes.
My crimes? What are you talking about? My work was for the good of humanity. Don't tell me you're crying over some savages. The survival of our species requires sacrifice.
He definitely doesn't feel guilty. Research.
What do you hope to find from all these experiments?
Since the Malachor never
We already
reached
know.
this island, I wanted to check if these savages were sensitive to it. And I discovered that they were naturally resistant. Do you realize the implications of this discovery? So I tried to isolate this resistance to develop a cure in order to send it to the people on the continent. But I doubt that you will be able to understand the subtlety of such an approach.
Why do you bother with the Nords?
You are known to be immunized too. I wanted to check the reality of such a statement. To be precise, this is not the case. You are actually more resistant.
How many of my people did you have to slaughter to reach that conclusion?
Come on, Afra, my dear student. Will you let these narrow-minded inquisitors decide my fate? Are you not also devoted to science and truth?
Science and truth do not excuse your lack of humanity. I'm ashamed of having been taught by you, and that I didn't warn Burin that you'd gone mad. If I had, we could have prevented all of this.
You disappoint me so much, Afra. A second time. When I think what I wasted trying to teach you science.
We learned everything we wanted to know. This lab will close, and you will answer for everything you've done.
You think so? Guards, capture these people!
A bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Stop! Think of my knowledge. All that I have accomplished. That can never disappear.
Oh, what do I do? The worst part... Yeah, they were prisoners, and that's terrible. The worst part is I don't even know if he found anything. I think... I want to kill him so bad.
You will answer for your
But
crimes
I'm just gonna stop
in
him.
court.
But I'll be out soon. My colleagues will understand the importance of my work.
We shall see about that.
Oh, crap. Letter from another doctor. Did we take potions? Wait. Was that when we first got on the island?
I can't believe it. Constantine's Malachor was caused by Asili. The potion we were made to drink when we landed on the island was
Yep.
contaminated. How dare he do such a thing? And why?
Either this doctor is crazy, or he wanted to provoke a war
I should have
against
killed
the
him.
natives and the congregation.
Probably for that door. I wish I had killed him.
It's perfect. We just have to clear the way. The mechanism doesn't work. I need to take a closer look.
I guess this is a secret way out.
Let's go. I found a way out of the city. But be careful. You are weakened and creatures roam these tunnels. I will lead the way.
Maybe I didn't catch it because I'm a native. I wonder what the point of that was.
There you are. You're free.
You have saved our lives. How can we thank you? We will never forget what you have done for us on Almenawi.
Yes, we will always be grateful.
We are not very far from the Hikmet outpost. You will have to be careful.
I know how to reach the port without being seen.
Perfect. As for you, you should take refuge in Vikshadir. You will be safe there. But you need to avoid the Alliance patrols.
We'll get there. Qua awalem segven.
I'm really glad I rescued them. Sorry about the mic issues. I'm not really sure what happened there. What are you doing? Let's see if she yells at him again.
Oh, Desade, Your Excellency. I wanted to apologize for the sharp way I dismissed you the last time we met. That schemer, who claimed to have proof against you, never came back. At any rate, I have no doubt she weaved a web of lies. Well, I hope you will not hold it against us.
I have been to Asili's laboratory, and what I discovered was abominable. Hundreds of poor souls tortured, victims of horrifying experiments. There were so many dead that a pit had been dug to burn the bodies.
How horrifying. I cannot believe it.
The natives were not the only victims of these crimes. There were also a number of Nauts.
Nauts? Pardon me for doubting you, but do you have proof of what you say? And have you brought Dr. Asili to me so he may answer these accusations?
Yes, we captured him.
Really? Very well. I will ensure that he is judged as quickly as possible.
I do not trust him.
What was done with the prisoners that were being held in the laboratory?
They were freed. The Donea Exregao are satisfied and should call off their attack.
What a relief. Finally, some good news. How can I repay you?
By allowing me to take part in the trial proceedings. What I saw merits justice, and I fear that the accused will find a great many defenders amongst his fellow savants.
It is a rather novel request, but granted. I shall inform the prosecutor. Let us remember that the madness of a man should not cast a shadow upon the greater sum of his work. His research is perhaps our only chance of discovering.
But he didn't find anything.
Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lady.
I mean, he didn't discover anything, and he caused my cousin Malicor. Like, how is that a good trade-off?
Hello. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Desade. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. Governor Burren told me to pay you a visit.
Oh. It is you who arrested Dr. Asili and must help me prepare the trial.
Exactly.
Excellent. We will have lots to do if we want the doctor to pay for his crimes. The accused has a lot of support. Any evidence and testimonies you can gather will be useful.
We'll have no problem gathering witnesses. His laboratory cells were full of them.
We will call them to the witness box, of course. But be aware that if the victims are natives, their words will unfortunately not carry much weight here.
There were also some Nauts. Perhaps I can also convince some of the doctor's colleagues to talk.
Their testimony will be crucial. The word of other scholars is likely to be the only thing that condemns him. That plus any material evidence you can gather.
I picked up a strange powder in the laboratory. A substance that I've not been able to identify.
You should show it to an alchemist. We need to know what it is to be able to use it.
These documents describe Dr. Asili's work, as well as the horrible experiments he was performing.
Perfect. I will read them in detail. We will no doubt find something to support my prosecution.
I have found a letter proving that Dr. Asili voluntarily transmitted the Malachor to my cousin, Constantin d'Orsay. I would like to add that I too was a victim of this poisoning.
Did the accused try to take the life of the governor of New Serene? This is an extremely serious crime.
Indeed. He saw my cousin and me as the ideal control group to prove his theories. And no humanitarian or diplomatic consideration could put a stop to his ambition.
This letter alone is crucial proof. I will put it on our file.
Do we have any chance of winning?
Yes, I am rather confident. You have provided overwhelming evidence. But if we had witnesses, we would have an even bigger chance of winning.
I will return to you soon. The Nauts should be at the port, and the islanders had to take refuge in Vigshardir. As for the scientists, they said they would go back to the governor's laboratory. I should give this powder to someone who can tell me what it is.
Okay, so I'm glad I let them go. Otherwise, they couldn't testify. Why does it sound like I'm going to be attacked?
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Is everything all right?
Once again, thanks to you. These people wanted to
God,
kill
these
me.
people have been through
I
so
certainly
much.
wanted to prevent you from testifying at the doctor's trial.
The doctor will be judged. I suppose you'd like me to testify about how we suffered.
Indeed. If you do not fear another attempt on your life by these men.
Don't worry. I won't put up with intimidation. From now on, my people will watch over me until I can testify. And I intend to witness the execution of our torturer. You can count on me.
Thank you. Your word will be crucial during the trial.
Good for you.
Hello. I see that you are back to work.
Indeed. We were not bothered thanks to you. And here I can make myself useful. But I don't think you're here to ask about me. What can I do for you?
I discovered this strange powder in one of the laboratory's chests. Do you know what it is?
I did see the doctor using it once or twice, but I don't know what it is. But I can study it for you if you want. I have the tools that will allow me to do so here.
So, what is it?
It is a quintessence of black blood. Probably created using the blood of numerous patients. The doctor managed to harness the very concept of the Malachor in this powder. A single pinch ingested by someone would be enough for them to be afflicted by the disease. With the quantities that you brought me, hundreds of people could be contaminated. It's terrifying. I cannot believe a silly would do such a thing. Here, these are my notes. I wrote down all the details of my experiments, as well as my conclusions.
Thank you. I will relay them to the prosecutor.
We should never have drank those things.
What do the other scholars think of Dr. Asili, now that his actions have been revealed for all to see?
Most still admire him greatly. He was the greatest amongst us, you know? They didn't witness what was happening in the lab, and they have little interest in the natives. For them, the main problem is political, given that the war against the rebels cost us dearly. Until they understand the horrors that happened there, they will not have any moral issues.
What is your purpose here?
I helped Dr. Unur to understand the research of my former master. He's the one who became his successor.
I do hope that he doesn't use the same methods.
Of course not.
What about your other colleagues? What's become of them?
They felt guilty. They stopped their experiments and returned to Al-Sad.
Are you prepared to testify against Dr. Asili?
Yes. I kept silent for far too long about what was going on in that lab. I know what we did was wrong, and I do not want it to happen again.
Thank you. Your story could change the outcome of this trial. I must leave you. What she saw working alongside Asili obviously upset her. She will make an excellent witness.
Perfect. Wonder if there's anything over here. So, Asili did not like... Sorry, there's a really loud car alarm. Hope you can't hear it.
Doctor...
Dr. Honor, what do you want?
What is your role, and what is your research topic?
I'm in charge of the Governor's laboratories. My main research concerns the Malachor, of course. Above all, we searched for a way to reduce the suffering of the sick.
What were you looking for?
Now that we have access to my colleague Asili's work, it gives us hope of finding a cure.
So the crimes he committed while conducting his work do not concern you?
He will be judged for that. But it would be a shame for him to have done all this for nothing.
What do you think of Dr. Asili now that you've learned how he conducted his research?
Well, obviously the few excesses he has conceded himself are unfortunate, but he remains the greatest scientist that the Alliance has ever known. His work has had a profound effect on science. It seems quite unfair to me to reduce his life's work just to what he has done lately.
If I understand correctly, you will be one of his defenders.
Naturally. I don't deny that he made a terrible mistake, but he meant well. And he was
That's
probably
not an
acting
excuse
on
to commit a
behalf of
crime.
our helplessness to combat the Malachor.
Would you agree to speak at the trial? Your influence could be crucial.
Oh, but I already intended to give a statement. His lawyer came to find me.
So you were ready to defend a man who used torture and murder to advance his research?
Indeed. Because I think the entire work of a scientist should not be judged on a single mistake. It is obvious that he should not have used such methods, but Asili has never been very political. I doubt he understood the implications of his actions.
So he's a brilliant scientist,
the only
but
problem in this case is political.
doesn't get what he did.
Essentially, yes. The war he nearly caused could have been expensive for our governor and the city, but let's not fool ourselves. No tears will be shed over the fate of a few of those bloodthirsty savages.
What interest do you have in defending Dr. Asili? You have obviously taken his place since his arrest. I understand that you admired him a lot, but under his tutelage you could not really impose your own ideas. Well, now you finally have a chance to leave your own mark on history.
You are not wrong, but I find it rather unlikely that he will be sentenced.
I have gathered a lot of damning evidence against him, and with your testimony,
I could finally publish my research on fountain contamination. Very well, you've convinced me. I will now testify for the prosecution. It is true that it's time to turn the page and leave his cruel methods behind.
Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Honor is an influential scholar. His testimony would convince the judges.
Oh, he's kind of a scumbag too. Oh well, we got what we wanted. Oh, talk with Afra.
Desade, I'm happy to see you. At last. I hope there aren't too many other families like that in your congregation. It would be painful to have to deal with such devious methods once again. Still, Aurelia de Vespe is under lock and key and everything is back in order. Anything else?
I would like you to tell me about Asili.
I was expecting you to come and see me about this. What would you like to know?
Were you aware of Dr. Asili's experiments?
In part, yes. That's why I chose not to be his student any longer.
Why not say anything?
Because I never thought he would go so far. Over time, he became more and more cruel. I found his approach brutal. As if by meeting the natives it deprived him of all humanity. He spoke of them as test subjects, never as people. But there was a time when he was the greatest doctor and scientist in the Alliance. And I clung on to that memory.
You do know that you were captured thanks to him?
Yes, but I thought the natives wanted to trade us merely as prisoners of war. I was blind. And stupid. I regret it terribly.
Do you think, as your master does, that science justifies all sacrifices?
No. I may have believed that at one time, without of course ever imagining that we'd resort to such cruel treatment. But Dunkus, you and Siora have opened my eyes to the limits of science. To worship it as we do in the Alliance does not make us better than Thélème.
In your opinion, were the horrors practiced in this laboratory necessary for his research?
No, even if he was convinced of it. General interest outweighs the suffering of a few individuals. He wanted results quickly, to the point of neglecting slower, more humane methods. I hope we'll succeed in ensuring these experiments never happen again.
Would you be willing to testify against Dr. Asili during his trial?
Of course. I was going to talk to you about that. I want to convince my colleagues that we must give up these kind of methods. And even if it costs me dearly, I want my master to pay for what he did. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Alright, so she's on our side as well. I think that might be it. Oh no, I need to get a native.
Hey! You are the Onol Menawi who freed us. We managed to reach Vikshadir.
They told me what you did for them, Renaikse. Well done. I was able to give them the care they needed. Some wounds will take time to heal, but they are safe thanks to you.
I'm happy to see that they're better.
But you didn't come here for that, did you?
No, I came to ask for your help. The doctor who captured and tortured you is about to be tried for his crimes. He has a lot of support among his people. He is a respected man despite what he did. If we don't have testimony from some of his victims, he will surely be released.
I want him to die, but I'm afraid to go to the Royan city. And how can we trust you? We know what you did to the Donea ex-Regao.
Going to the Lion City will surely be risky. But I am confident. Onol Menawi saved us.
There is a solution. Will you swear on the spirits of your ancestors that they will not be hurt?
Yes. We only want to hear the story of what happened to them and what they saw there.
Remember your promise. And remember that your ancestors will chase you in anger if you do not keep it.
I will not forget.
Fine. If you seek revenge on the man who hurt you, you can go with her. You have heard his oath, as have I.
You'll have our words. We'll go to the Grand City and
She looks so
our
cool.
story.
And the Mad Lion will die for causing so much harm to our people.
May the earth engulf him. You can return to Hikmet. I'll make sure they get there in good health.
Thank you, Tienahak, and thank you all. I blame myself for forcing these poor people back to the city where they've suffered so much.
Right, we're back. Got all the evidence.
You have returned, Your Excellency. Do you have any news on our matter?
An alchemist studied the powder that we found in the laboratory. Apparently, it's some kind of concentrate made from the blood of several patients with the Malachor. It seems that less than a pinch of this powder is enough to contaminate whoever consumes it. There's enough here to make a small town sick.
A terrifying thought. I will add the analysis and this powder to the evidence on record. You have gathered overwhelming evidence. The defense will have a hard time saving the accused. I think we can go to trial with confidence now.
A Nort victim of Dr. Asili agreed to testify at the trial.
Excellent. This kind of testimony will certainly rattle his defense.
The islanders will testify at the trial. Their injuries will surely convince the judges.
Indeed. But do bear in mind that the islanders are not highly regarded in Hikmet.
I
They
managed
still
to
deserve
convince
it.
the scientists in the governor's laboratory to speak in our favor.
Excellent. These are not direct witnesses. But if they denounce the doctor, we are sure to be heard.
Yes, they are.
I even got a testimony from one of Dr. Asili's colleagues.
Perfect. That will convince our scientists, and you know how important they are in Hikmet.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Afra, one of Dr. Asili's former students, has agreed to testify.
Excellent. This woman is very respected by the governor. Her statement will carry a lot of weight.
Will the trial begin
Let's
soon?
do it.
It seems to be the right time. Excellent investigation work. I think we have every chance of winning.
Where will the trial be held?
At the palace. I regret to inform you that you will not be able to attend. However, I'm sure the governor will keep you informed of the outcome of the proceedings.
Madame, congratulations. The trial was exemplary. Asili's madness was exposed to the entire world. And you have demonstrated the horror of his methods.
Thank you, Excellency. But all praise should be showered upon Lady de Sade.
Yeah, I did all the work.
The evidence she supplied was irrefutable.
It was necessary that you hear the victims, in order to understand the extremities to which your science has taken you.
Come now. One cannot conclude that science was guilty here.
Not science, but the savants were. It is never right to set aside humanity in the name of the common good. No knowledge justifies killing or torture.
Your words are wise, and I promise to remember them.
You have not always shown yourself a man of impeccable judgment, Excellency.
We are all, from time to time, victim of our own blind enthusiasm, that is true. But this trial has shaken my usual resolve. It may very well change the course of history.
All right. Go to the... Oh, he's being executed. It's a good thing that I didn't kill him at the moment. There he is.
Afra, are you certain that you want to attend this?
I do not want to attend. I must.
Dr. Asili, you have been found guilty of all accusations brought against you. In consequence, the Bridge Alliance Tribunal condemns you to death. Do you have any final words?
You treat me like a monster. But how many times have you stayed your own hand? So close to the goal to finally find a remedy.
Look at that man's mask.
As I. What do a few lives mean when the future of all humanity hangs in the balance? You are nothing more than idiots, incompetents, and you, Baron, are the greatest hypocrite of all. You know that I am right.
Executioner, earn your pay.
You know that I am right.
Wow. Well, that was it, guys. We got justice. Well, it looks like we have just the main missions now. And we'll start those in the next episode. So we'll pick it up right here in the next one. And I'll see you next time.